Hello, welcome to Trust Your Glitter. This is Belich. I'm here on Monday, the 25th of September. I've got tarot cards with me, and I feel more able to be in expression. I don't even know the right word. To speak, not being on live streams right now, so committing to these dailies, but also need to kind of not be so hard on myself. So I have some tarot cards out, but I've been packing, and while I've been packing, I was going through some really old bags of mine. And I've moved so much in the last decade that, things just get stored, and I have a bunch of just boxes that I have been sifting through. And I opened up this old purse that I had and was emptying it out and just kind of going through every pocket and everything to just, with the change of seasons, throw out any old things I don't need, donate things I don't need. And I found one lone tarot card in this bag that's probably been there since 2018. So that tarot card has been in that bag, sitting and waiting, which is such a perfect example of what retrogrades are, is when we go back through our things, we find these messages. And the tarot card is going to be the tarot card for today, which is the Seven of Cups. And the Seven of Cups represents choices in our lives and really deciding through the different choices that we're being shown. And the Seven of Cups being an emotional card, because many of our choices are rooted in some really emotional decisions, who it affects, how it affects people, or, how different choices in our past have led to what we are considering for the future. And it just so happens that the bag that it came out of was from a really rough time of really scary living situations, where at the time I didn't know how I was going to even make my way through it, but yet everybody that lived in this tiny room on Hobart in downtown, well, not downtown, would it be West Hollywood or Hollywood? In Hollywood, California, in this traveler's hostel in bunk beds, and that bag was underneath the bunk bed because that was my storage. I had a bottom bunk, and all of my possessions were kept pretty much under the bottom bunk of this room that had, I think, 5 or 6 women in the same room sharing a bathroom, and then other rooms that were in this very creepy house in Hollywood. And to think that tarot card made it through a lot of different adventures and plane rides and years and pandemics, and was waiting for me to go through that, is kind of what life is all about in a lot of ways. I look at tarot as very symbolic of these little gifts that are brought to us when we least expect them to happen. And so I'm just going to pull for anybody who's really contemplating their next steps in life, and keep this reading super short and sweet. And it's interesting that I had found that card, because I just started working with that deck again that I had found bits and pieces of. And I'm going to pull, I have one card out to clarify these choices If anybody out there is like, do I make, and this is a week of choices because of all the Libra energy. We have Mars in Libra. I didn't mention yesterday, and I want to say, I think it's Meredith Lucky Stars brought up on a post on Instagram that the opposition between Mars and Chiron, and I was not thinking about that opposition because I was thinking about the full moon in Aries. And so there over the weekend, and even now, technically, Mars has moved a degree further away from Chiron, but Mars was directly opposing Chiron in Aries, and Chiron is retrograde as well, which is that wounded healer energy. But I think there's so much Libra Aries dynamic in the sky, and this is a very unique Libra season with the nodes, North Node and South Nodes, that we do have a lot that we're fighting against, and it can feel like you're wrestling with, it's almost like yet again this could be an issue, yet again this could be a thing you're waiting for, yet again this is a thing, options you're weighing in front of you. So I do have some cards to kind of help with this. I have the Ten of Swords, which is a card that just seems to follow me in readings. So if you come to me for tarot readings, I have been pulling the Ten of Swords for months and months and months now. And the Ten of Swords, again, I really think this is just a reckoning in 2023 because it is such an internalized year that the Ten of Swords represents, with this full moon energy this week. And we're going to feel it. This week it's going to be a powerful energy because this is a supermoon. This is a big, I think it's just whenever we have a lot of planets that are continually weighing the positives and negative, the pros and cons between different signs. We're weighing a lot of pros and cons between Libra and Aries, relationships, inner authority, relationships, whether it should be like ourselves by ourselves or whether this should be taken on in partnership, in group, however this is expressed. And this Ten of Swords is next to the Ten of Pentacles. So the 10 cards are 1 + 0 is new beginnings. And 10s are about, representing you got to this culmination point. And I think a 10 of Swords card is a beautiful example of a culmination point. Like, you made it to the top of the hill. You are up there at the top of the hill or the top of the mountain, and you're overlooking it. And you're saying, hey, I got up here, I climbed this cliff. The Ten of Pentacles is a very solid card of growth and investment and energy investment, and saying where you dug in, where you put your physical time is actually really necessary for you to move into a place of empowerment. It's an empowering card. It's also related to family and protection of family. So if you're listening to this and the reading is for family members, or if you're the head of your family, or if you're taking care of, a situation, this is also saying, there's an evenness to this. Like, there's a point of growth through your own physical work. And why I say physical is because the next card is the Seven of Wands, which is about, it's tough being a leader. And in this particular case, you're ahead of the pack. The Seven of Wands is about competition. And there's like it's not that there's like a nastiness to the Seven of Swords or Seven of Wands, but there's a fight. So let me see if I can clarify a little bit more of what the fight could be. Yet another repeat card, the King of Swords. This could be a physical person. I really think it's mental. It's also like the first thing that comes to your mind, and the Seven of Cups is back on out. So the first person that comes to your mind when you're listening to this, like, this is a masculine card, could be Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. So this could be an actual person. This could also be representing the first struggle that's coming to your mind with another human on this planet or situation on this planet. There's clarity here. This King of Swords is bringing clarity to the Seven of Cups. It could even be like you sent out paperwork to be approved, and this could be the approval process. Knight of Wands. In some capacity, it's like there is an authority figure here, and it's like having to prove to them, and it could be a process of growth. There are some people that just don't see you truly. Five of Wands. So this could be familial stuff. And let me just pull one more card. Five of Wands is not the easiest card, but you're getting through it. Here we go. I said Seven of Swords earlier, and now the Seven of Swords is out. So I have Seven of Wands, Seven of Swords. And then we have Seven of Cups. So there's a gamble. But at the bottom of the deck is Justice. So there is a gamble here. But the Justice card is at the bottom of the deck. So these are like extreme Libra season cards. Four of Swords. All I hear is take your own path. Take your own path, I think, is the final message for today. You can find me on all social media. If you have any questions, you're welcome to submit questions. Trustyourglitter / Belich, and I will be uploading all of my videos to Spotify, YouTube, and all of audio will go to all podcasting platforms. So thank you for listening, and have a great day.